Ladies and gentlemen, fellow practitioners and friends online and offline, the two-day 2022 International Jingfang Conference is about to end. More than 150 experts and scholars from 13 countries, including China, have presented their research achievements and shared their experience in Jingfang, making this conference a grand event for Jingfang's academic communication across the world. The success of this conference should be attributed to many things, such as the successful containing of COVID-19 in China, the support and participation of TCM practitioners at home and abroad, the generous help from all executives, teachers, and students, doctors, and work staff at Nanjing University of Chinese Medicine and Jiangsu Provincial Hospital of TCM. Besides, it can never happen without the guidance from Jiangsu Association of Chinese Medicine or the support from domestic media and press. So, I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the following individuals and institutions. Mr. Wu Yiling, Academician of Chinese Academy of Engineering. Mr. Tong Xiaoling, Academician of Chinese Academy of Sciences. Mr. Jing Chen, the former Director of Personnel and Education Department of National Administration of TCM. Chen Chun, Party Secretary of Nanjing University of Chinese Medicine. Zhu Ming, Director of Chinese Medicine Administration of Jiangsu Commission of Health. Zhu Yuan, Party Secretary of Jiangsu Provincial Hospital of TCM. Huang Yabo, Party Secretary of Jiangsu Association of Traditional Chinese Medicine Development Center. Guest professors of International Jingfang College of Nanjing University of Chinese Medicine. Executives and staff of Nanjing University of Chinese Medicine, Jiangsu Provincial Hospital of TCM, and its Zidong branch. The Swiss branch of the International Jingfang College, and the California branch, the Toronto branch, the AOMA branch in the US as well, and the Singapore branch, the European Association of Jingfang TCM, the German Jingfang Institute, the Swiss TCM Doctors Association, Taipei Chinese Medical Association, Federation of Traditional Chinese Medicine in UK, Sino-France TCM Center, Nanjing Manyou Culture and Media Limited Company, Nanjing Elite Translation Company, Nanjing Shangxia Culture and Communication Limited Company, Nanjing Quanhai Culture and Communication Limited Company. As the organizer of this conference, I also want to make a few remarks before it officially ends. If we compare Jingfang to a piece of raw jade, I'd say through all these years' efforts, the dust on it has been gradually wiped off, and now its inner brilliance has lit up the development path of TCM ahead of us. Jingfang, with its indubitable clinical efficacy and non-substitutable standardized methodology, has become an important kickoff point for the inheritance and innovation of TCM, the best platform for communication and dialogues between Chinese and Western doctors, a must-have path for technical progress of clinical TCM doctors, and an expressive way for TCM internationalization. What's more, it represents China's contribution to the health of the mankind. All these make people engaged in introducing and sharing Jingfang always delighted and proud of their wise choice. Although Jingfang has become a hot topic today, we have to stay calm. We certainly need to learn new concepts, new terms, and new methods. But we also need to know what we are eventually after. TCM shines like stars in the sky, while the Jingfang practitioners have to stand firm on the ground. We should stay calm and adhere to principles and traditions of the Jingfang school, as always. We should seek solid evidence. Not all the contents of TCM can be seen or touched, but it happens to be the case for Jingfang. We don't pursue completeness, but we are in the constant pursuit of truth. The study and research of Jingfang should always follow the principle of seeking truth and staying practical, without getting trapped in empty theories, just as we don't want to lose sight in thick clouds. Jingfang is all about solid evidence. We should aim at real efficacy. Jingfang is the quintessence of our nation's experiences in preventing and fighting against diseases. It was something the ancient people used to treat sickness. The clinical efficacy should always be the golden standard to evaluate Jingfang's effectiveness instead of fancy comments or dazzling explanations. The introduction of Jingfang needs to be grounded on clinical practice. Being able to treat diseases and serve patients is essential for all Jingfang practitioners. We also need to focus on real medical cases. I mean, true cases in clinical practice. A good medical case is quite like a narrative research, which is of great value because it reflects the real clinical treatments. The inspiration brought by a highly logical medical case is no less than dozens of clinical statistics. Shanghan Lun is an extraordinary and absolutely unique work of classic medical cases. I hope that young TCM practitioners spend more time reading it, as well as medical cases compiled by other famous Jingfang physicians. You also need to keep a record of your own cases, and this is the way how we could tell a great story about applying Jingfang in practice. Jingfang is traditional, but it is also modern. Jingfang has a long history, but it's also full of energy. Jingfang stems from China, but it's a cultural heritage shared by the mankind. Jingfang is based on formulae, but it's way more than formulae only. It comprises of the ancient thoughts on understanding human body and the way to cure disease, demonstrating the remarkable wisdom of the East. Today's popularity of Jingfang is in the context of Chinese culture rejuvenation, and it is a self-driven move as a result of the TCM sector's persistent cultural confidence. Jingfang's popularity is not only a revival of clinical technique, but also a return of the TCM logic. It is beneficial to the inheritance, innovation, and development of the TCM and the establishment of a human health community. At present, the TCM sector should pay great attention to this bottom-up academic revolution, respond to it, take a ride on it, in order to promote the academic progress of traditional Chinese medicine. Now, I declare a successful conclusion for 2022 International Jingfang Conference.